Maybe you've made a gin where you macerated some fruits and some botanics and some oils are left over, just as like a greasy, oily remnant in the bottom of your bottle. Or you made a rum where you got some rum extract that you made from the dunder and it didn't 100% clarify, and you've got, again, some greasy, weird stuff at the bottom of your bottle a few months after you've finished the whole bottling process. Or you've just macerated some fruits and you've made like an apple pie bourbon or something like that, or an apple pie moonshine, and again, the pectin and all those annoying things from the fruit that made it hazy finally clarified and settled at the bottom of your bottle. For whatever the reason, it ruins the end product, right? It makes it not look as good, as professional. You take it around to a friend's house and you're embarrassed because you're like, oh, just ignore that stuff on the bottom. I found a solution for that, and that is this guy right here. This is a juice container that you put punch in at a party, and I've converted it slightly to make it a little bit more usable. I bought this for about 15 New Zealand dollars, but it came with this horrible plastic tap. So we don't want that. That does not look even BPA free or PET or whatever the kind of plastics you use with spirits. This is what you're going to be putting in here is going to be sitting in there for a couple of weeks to a month or two. So we're not going to use that. Instead, I got a stainless steel spigot, similar to the ones that you can get on the Badmo barrels. That was a couple of dollars on AliExpress. It's got some silicone gaskets on either side, and I've screwed that in, and it leaves exactly 0.5 litres below that tap for sediment to collect. So it's pretty straight and easy. I've got here a rum. No, that's not it. Where's my rum?
Why is the rum gone?
Oh, there it is. I've got here a rum from July of this year that I'm going to get ready to bottle up. I know it's a bit quick, but this was just a faints run, so it's nothing too fancy. So I'm going to add, I've written it here, I'm going to take another reading to make sure it's still around the 60, above 60%. Then I'm going to add about 1.5 litres of water it down to around 40%, and then I'll know that I can bottle it up. So always make sure the spigot's off before you do this. It's got a few bits of maple, so we're going to keep those in there. So from here, I've made some little integers on here of the literage so that I can quickly tell how many litres are in there and how much I need to add. And then also on the side here, I've started from the line that the spigot ends and gone up in lots of 70 cl or 700 ml, because those are the sizes of bottles I usually use. So I can work out as I'm going how many tasters I can have before I get it to the closest bottle amount, and then how many bottles I'll actually get out of it. So it's nice and handy in that sense as well. What you'll see as well, you've got nice clear visibility of where the sediment has landed. I had a mead in here the other day that I was clarifying from one of these barrels, and you could see all of the leftover yeast that I hadn't been able to rack out all dropped to the bottom, which was perfect. So nice easy video. This was an easy solution to how to clarify those bottles that I was being embarrassed about giving away to friends when they had like murky stuff in the bottom. So if this has been a problem for you, I recommend go spend 20 bucks or whatever on a tap and a big jar. This is just over 5 litres. It's 5.8 litres, so you're not going to have any trouble with the fact that you've got a bit of wood in there and that sort of thing. What I learned from my old gin video is that alcohol is probably the best clarifier that you can get, and that all of these greasy things in in your distillation, they will go through almost any filter. They'll just go straight through. Admittedly, that stuff can be flavour as well, so if you want the most robust flavour, people say keep it in, give it a bit of shake, don't worry about it. It's nothing to fear. It just, if you want a crystal clear looking liquor, then put in a little bit of time and effort into making one of these and apply a little bit of time and just wait for it to drop out, and then try and bottle it without that stuff in it. And what I do with the last little bit at the bottom is generally I'll taste that myself, or I'll put it into a smaller jar so I can rack out and make little samples that I can give to people to try. Or if I'm very desperate, or if it's really just full of muck, I'll chuck it into my faints jar and I'll distill it again later. So yeah, that's just something I've come up with. If you've got a better way of doing it, I'd love to hear it in the comments. I'm sure other people who have clicked on this video would like to see that as well. And if you found this helpful, look, I don't normally do this, but click the like, subscribe maybe. I don't have Patreon. I don't have that. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time.
I love everything. Fire spreading all around my room. My world's so bright, it's hard to breathe, but that's alright. Hush.
No!